Hi, my name is Osei-Agyemang, and I am presenting my Behaviorist Biography Milestone project. And the person that I chose for this project is Dr. Delene E. Crontard. Dr. Crontard is a full professor in psychology at the Salem State University in Massachusetts. She designed and coordinated the graduate program in behavioral analysis at the Salem State University. And she has also presented in over 50 symposiums at conferences worldwide, including a time that she spent researching and presenting in Brazil. She has published research in peer-reviewed journals, including the Behavioral Analysis Today, the Journal for Applied Behavioral Analysis, and Substance Use and Misuse. Dr. Crontard completed a postdoctorate degree at the Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine and Behavioral Pharmacology in 2003. All this information that I just shared was gathered from the Association of Behavioral Analysts International, ABAI, in 2018. Dr. Crontard's current research interests include human choice behavior, computer-mediated learning environments, higher order thinking, basic and applied research in behavioral pharmacology, and shaping behavior. Her ongoing projects also involves behavior intervention related to wellness and to facilitating students' success. Also, again, this information was gathered from the Association of Behavioral Analysts International. The basic reason why I chose Dr. Crontard for this project was I found it very interesting, and also her contribution to the ABA field to be really significant when you look at the fact that she was responsible for setting up the graduate program for the Salem State University. And it was stated that she designed it and coordinated it. So I believe that that is a great contribution to the field of ABA. And the fact that she has presented in over 50 symposiums at conferences worldwide, and that is also another significant thing that I believe that she that is a good contribution to the ABA field. Among the articles and research papers published in peer-reviewed journals by Dr. Crontard is one that I found very interesting, and it was kind of related to the stuff that we have learned. Is an editorial introduction to special issues on thinking and behavior. And this was published in the Behavioral Analysis Today in January 2011. In this article, Dr. Crontard discusses the role of thinking in applied behavioral analysis and makes reference to the fact that although Skinner and others in our field have made it very clear that it is difficult to study our inner events such as thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and it's also very difficult to be able to measure them scientifically. But however, we cannot, lose sight on the fact that even though ABA seems to focus more on the physical events contributing to behavior, we cannot, dispute the fact that our thinking, reasoning, and feelings also play a role in how we respond to certain situations or certain stimuli at a given time. And Dr. Krontad kind of draws the light on the fact that, irrespective of how difficult it may be to prove, how one feels, how one's emotions, how one's thoughts are, is still a factor that we have to take into consideration when we are trying to analyze a behavior, because those factors also influences the behavior, human behavior. The reason why I also felt that this article really kind of related to the stuff that we are learning is that we have discussed thinking in Skinner. Skinner has dedicated one of the chapters in his book for just thinking. And discussing thinking, when I was looking at this, most of the stuff that we discussed in that class, or for that module, was kind of related to the stuff that Dr. Krontod was talking about, and I actually got more insight into thinking, reasoning, and feelings as a contributing factor to our behavior when I read Dr. Krontad's article or research that was published. And I also strongly believe that our private experiences, or our private experiences, do really contribute to how we respond at a given time, and how certain stimuli may affect our behavior, and even how certain reinforcements could change or modify behavior, and that it will be more all based in what our inner or our thinking or our reasoning, because how one reasons might be different from another, and this can contribute to certain, even when you're reinforcing a behavior, what will work for one person might not work for another, based upon things like their hereditary factors or perception on how, and all these things are kind of formed on the inside. So as I said, I found this research to be very interesting. Another paper that I want to discuss, written by Dr. Krontad, was also, the title of that paper is Assessment of Thinking in Adult Learning. And this was published in the Behavioral Development Bulletin in the spring of 2007. And in this article, Dr. Krontad assesses the importance of higher order thinking in adult learning, and how higher order thinking has been used in behavior analysis. Dr. Krontad also starts by explaining how behavior research in higher order thinking has come through decades of scientific research to analyze behavior using scientific methodologies. So one of the things that was very clear to me in this, that Dr. Krontad was making a distinct using making a distinction, was the fact that certain disciplines or certain subjects do actually require higher level thinking, especially when you're dealing with stuff that involves scientific research, or just like, how ABA research, basic research, deals with finding data, analyzing data, and um, trying to prove a subject matter, or when you come by hypothesis, and then you further research, gather your data, evaluate data, and then you can prove whether the hypothesis is true or not. And all this, I believe, requires higher level of thinking. And also, I also believe that when you consider even a behaviorist writing a behavioral plan, all the tools that a behaviorist you will use in writing a behavioral plan, like when they are using a functional behavioral assessment tool to actually gather information about why the behavior is occurring and all that. And I believe that that kind of warrants that one uses a higher order of thinking to be able to do all those analysis, and even coming by strategies to use in your behavioral plan, and being able to identify those strategies all require some form of higher order thinking for you to be able to do that effectively. Um, Here are some of the references that I use to do this presentation. I presented at the end, so these are the references. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you.